In just a few days, we're going to be getting something big, and you need to know why it matters. WUCHANG Fallen Feathers isn't just another Souls-like, it's a bold, haunting journey into ancient China that's already shaking the gaming scene and grabbing the attention of people who aren't even into Souls games like myself. Whether you're here to feel the hype, searching for a fresh perspective, or you're still on the fence about buying, or you just think WUCHANG is one heck of a badass character design, this video is for you, because I'm about to share with you 3 powerful reasons why this game deserves your attention and 1 crucial reason that might make you think twice. Let's dive in, starting with something different. Now, it goes without saying, we've had a ton of Souls games that have come out, Souls or Souls-like games that have come out over the past years. Some of the best being from Software, games like Dark Souls, the Dark Souls trilogy, and the recent meat that fans of this genre have been grinding for the past couple of years, and that is Elden Ring. Now, and no hate on these games, right? None at all, none whatsoever. They're all unique, they're all good, and they all deserve the praise that they're getting. But for me, looking from the outside, I generally feel that there's just been a certain common thematics in terms of like character appearances. It's basically been knights, mages. It's the standard medieval King Arthur setting, and basically being called a maidenless tarnish, basically bitchless filth.
You are maidenless.
And it's basically one of the many reasons why, I have an appreciation for WUCHANG Fallen Feathers. Don't get me wrong, I play these games, but WUCHANG being a Souls game and where it's basically set in China during the Ming Dynasty combined with mysticism and supernatural themes makes me, honestly look forward to the game. And it's looking at things like from an environmental perspective, whether you're looking at it in the real world or in-game, ancient Asian infrastructure has always just looked really good, really creative. And take that and combine it with the fact that there's this disease going around in the game. It's actually called the feathering. Now, mind you, the feathering actually does impact your character, right? As it has been described, that it does buffer, but at the same time, it does lead to her. I think she's probably gonna lose herself or something along those sorts. And every human in the game is basically impacted. But apparently, also the infrastructure in the game is impacted. So you can actually see a layer maybe of like the feathering going over all of these buildings and all of that, and it just adds for a more immersive experience that maybe as you progress through the story, you'll actually see this mutation or this growth of this disease, this virus, just going on top of everything that's basically around you, infrastructure wise. It's a really good thing to look forward to, on top of the fact of traveling all of these different biomes, like your snow locations, your volcanic places, your forests, your fires, caves, and all these places. I'm just looking forward to seeing that, because especially from like a color perspective, I know things are gonna look dandy. On to the second point. Like and subscribe for more stupid, fun, Guna gaming goodness. Please try and hit 1K subscribers as soon as possible, and would like to share more fun gaming stuff with more people. But moving on to the actual number 2, costumes. Now, one thing I believe we all love is when a developer gives us an ocean of content absolutely free, and one such in a single player game would be in the cosmetics department. Stellar Blade already achieved this with over 100 costumes, given that both Eve and Bai Wuchang are some of the most finest kick-ass girls we've seen in recent gaming. There's naturally a curiosity as to how many costumes we're gonna get in the game in total, and what kinds of costumes we're gonna get. So let's make that a sub point. Let's talk about the types of costumes. Now, all I can say here is there is a bit of a variety in this department from what we have seen so far. So for those who want to dabble in something cute, the Tiger of Fortune outfit, skin is for you. For those who want to touch a bit of elegance in their style, the Overlord's Regalia is for you, or the Dragonic Resurgence. And it goes even deeper than that. Gooning alert. Now, there are 2 sides here depending on how much you want to get your freak on in the next set of costumes. You could be on the left with the scary, freaky aesthetic found in the White and Night Spectre costumes. No matter what you choose, the plot is nice and thick. Or you could go right and look at all these costumes that they provide you that are gonna be in the game. We're eating good. RIP to that one IGN reporter who said this.
And I appreciate that your gear matters, even if I could have done without some of the fan service.
Yeah, buddy, it's all good. You can keep it vanilla on your side. We're going full cream with this one, boys. But on the real though, I hope we get even more costumes, but more than what you've seen in the promotional material for this game, and even more in terms of updates to maintain repeatability. Apparently this game's gonna be like 40 to 70 hours to finish. So if you have those costumes, it really just makes sure that it really does make sure that the game survives as long as possible. All right, moving on to the second last point, combat, or how to whoop a nigga ass. Now, the first point we're going to discuss of all the 3 points under combat is regarding Skyborn Might, which is basically a gauge that fills by dodging attacks and landing blows and combos. Now, when I think about this and how, when it first came to mind, I was thinking about Stellar Blade. It's basically going to operate the same way as your beta and alpha skills. So as you dodge or as you parry, the gauge will basically fill, and then you'll be able to launch special attacks. Now, I hope that they implement a certain mechanic whereby if you choose to dodge, or basically you decide to play the game like ass and dodge out of the way, the meter fills like to a moderate level to a really like tiny level. But if you choose to go balls to the wall, big thick energy, and you basically parry the attack, you actually get rewarded for that, because obviously you're playing the game like a man. Yeah, nah. So I hope that's how the Skyborn might gauge, and just like that's how basically how it operates. But I know for sure that there is like parrying, I think parrying, where that's the definite parrying definitely does fill the gauge. And on top of combat, the second point is just the fact that we're getting a lot of weapons. Apparently we're getting like 25 different weapons in the game across 5 different classes. So it's basically like 5 weapons per class according to your dual wielding, your spears, your swords, and all that basically. I love the sound of that. A great variation of weaponry basically, and not just from a weapon standpoint alone, because I'm definitely looking at that dual wielding, but spells too, across like 40 different spells or 45 different spells. I'm looking forward to that because I want a lightning build. I don't know what you guys are looking forward to from a build perspective. Let me know, are you going to be dual wielding? Are you spear? What kind of magic are you going for? But I'm definitely going for a dual wielding lightning type of build basically, because that's my thing. I've always just enjoyed using the force of lightning in all of my games. And moving on to the last point, which has me worried. I hope that we don't have a silent protagonist. I haven't played Lies of P, but from what I'm seeing, that's a silent protagonist. I never enjoyed Jack the first game because that was a silent protagonist. Didn't have much to say. Said something in Jack 2, 3, and X. Lost Frontier, Jack had a lot more to say. I just don't like a silent protagonist, and that's one thing that actually pushes me away from Souls games, because it feels like you're playing as random character number 455, random character number. I wanna have like immersion and then commentary from the protagonist, about what's happening with the feathering. How is it impacting them? How do they feel? I want to have those things of like, oh no, so this is what's happening to you, you're not doing so good. That's basically what I want. But yeah, that's basically everything that you have to be looking forward to in terms of WUCHANG Fallen Feathers. And one thing that may be a bit concerning, but it really does depend on who you are. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and let me know what your thoughts about the game. What are you looking forward to? What are you going to be doing with the game? Are you buying it day one? Just pummel that comment section, guys. Destroy it, eradicate it. Go full force in the comment section and like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm going to be talking about costumes from WUCHANG Fallen Feathers and scaling them. They're the Skywalkers.